This is exactly what Jesus's disciples were wanting him to teach them. They said, Lord, teach us to pray just as John taught his disciples. And he says in Matthew chapter 6, verse 9, starting there, and in this manner, therefore pray, our Father who is in heaven, holy or hallowed is your name. Your kingdom come, your will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our debts as we forgive our debtors. And do not lead us into temptation, but deliver us from the evil one. For yours is the power and the glory and the kingdom forever. Amen. Okay, so let's break this down, because in this prompt, we are supposed to be taking each of these sections that Jesus has given us to pray about and personalize them. And so Jesus provided a template for how we should pray. So pray through the Lord's Prayer, personalizing each section. So let's go through this one by one and see if we can personalize this. First, we have the adoration or the acknowledgement. Our Father who is in heaven. So Jesus is addressing God as his Father. He's saying, holy, hallowed be your name, holy and sanctified. You are special. You are different from all others. He says, your kingdom come and your will be done. Now we know through the New Testament that the kingdom is already here, but at the time of this writing, when Jesus is saying this, the kingdom had not come yet. And so he says, your kingdom come, your will be done. And so we need to be not praying for the kingdom to come, but we need to be praying for kingdom things. And your will be done on earth as it is in heaven. How is God's will carried out in heaven? Perfectly. It's carried out exactly. And so he's saying, may your will be carried out in the same way here on earth. And so we need to be praying about God's will being done here on earth, just like it is done in heaven. And he says, give us this day our daily bread. This daily bread is our provisions, everything that we need to sustain ourselves in this life. And so give us this day our daily bread, because we need not worry about tomorrow. There is enough trouble for tomorrow to worry about itself. We need to just focus on today and focus on God providing for us on the daily. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us of our debts as we forgive our debtors. We're talking about sin here. We're talking about the debt that we owe because that we violated the things that God has told us not to do. And so he says, forgive us as we are forgiving others. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from the evil one. Protect us from the wiles of the devil, because Satan and his forces are out there. They're prowling like a roaring lion, seeking whom he may devour. And so Jesus knows this, and he wants us to pray for protection. And so after we say this, we wrap this up with an acknowledgement that God has the glory, that God is in control, and his kingdom and his power are all the glory forever and ever. And amen means that I agree with those things that I've just said. Verily, verily, truly, these things, may they be so. And so let's take the Lord's Prayer and not just say it, because he says right before this, don't just use vain repetition, but not just say these things, but use this as an outline to frame our prayers through. Go lift someone up.